Please tell me you prepared for your role by setting up a series of unsanctioned fistfights in your basement.
No, I prepared for it by getting on a plane and coming here, and it was the first scene we shot, actually. The first scene in the movie. The first scene we did was the only scene, the long scene I have with Johnny, when Johnny wants to get an unlicensed fight. And then it was the first 2 days, and we finished it the second morning, and then we did the funeral in the afternoon, and then I went off because I was committed to do something else. But I was so happy to have done it, and I'm so happy to see it, because I think it's a terrific movie. You know, I just think Johnny wrote this lovely piece, this sort of an hour and a half of an emotional journey of a guy that you really get to know and you care about, and you see people along the way who care about him, and he screwed his life up, but at the end he takes steps towards making his life better. You don't know if he will or not, but at least he's made steps. So I love a film that takes a story of a guy like the character in the movie that Johnny plays, and that you don't get backstory about everybody, but you know instantly by the way that Napa directed it, who I think did a great job, and the producer, Paul Weller's music, that chop and screw thing, that sort of extending the notes, whatever. I mean, people will be unexpected because, when they say it's like Ray Winston, me, Weller, they think, oh, Paul Weller's music, and they'll come in. No, you're just part of this experience, an hour and a half. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, yeah. When we were doing it, I thought, this could be really good. And it's lovely when you do a movie and you go, you're very happy to see it because within the first 5 frames, we're in good hands. We're all right.
How great is this for Johnny? I mean,
that's terrific.
The press love Johnny, actors love Johnny, and seeing him finally, he's written and produced a movie, which God knows is one of the hardest things to do in the world. It must be great for you to be able to walk in, help him out, and really make one of his dreams come true.
Well, it was, he wrote a good script. I mean, he really wrote about it. He wrote about what he knows, and I think one of the main things is he found a very good producer in Mike Elliott, who I'd worked. He's one of the top first assistant ADs. Mike was. I did a Woody Allen movie with him. I worked with him a couple of times. So he's a really smart guy. And the way they approach the film, I also think that the look of it, it's not that it's gritty. It's not London at night, the character on the south side of the river looking over the lights at the river. And he's in every frame, Johnny. It was lovely to see it. And remembering it now, it's like, oh yeah, I hope it does, yeah. Terrific.
Now, Johnny bulks up a little bit for this role, and it's something a lot of actors feel like they need to do, especially when they're younger, get that six-pack. I was wondering whether that's ever something that you had to do when you were, obviously now you're an established actor.
Football movies, whatever, you got fit, but but I don't think Johnny bulked up it wasn't, that's the great thing. You suddenly didn't see him doing all this it was like he was tough because the guy's an alcoholic. The guy's drinking and he's trying to fight through it. And he doesn't start off, it's not like he starts off overweight and blah. I thought his performance is beautiful. His subtle changes that he gives the character. That's why you believe it. And that's why he's in pain. The guy's in pain from the beginning of the film. And even at the end, he's still in pain, not knowing he's made his first steps back to a life that he thinks he can deal with. But he's still in pain. And I think it viscerally transferred. And all the characters, like Ray's character, and obviously they loved him when he was a kid, but none of it has to be explained. You get it through the motions and the actions of the characters. And I don't think you can ask for more than that from a film.
Now, when people think about going to see Jawbone, they get the feeling like they know what to expect. You've got you, Ray, Michael. But what do you think audiences have in store with Jawbone that maybe they don't expect?
I think they'll go and see a film that'll affect them, somebody else's life, and if they go and see it, it's not a boxing film. Boxing's merely a metaphor for the life of somebody. And if you're interested in, a film that's about a character-driven, story-wise, it's an emotional journey of one guy, yeah, you should go and see it. You'll feel better when you see it, knowing that life's tough. Life is tough for everybody. And that's what we say. Yeah, we have easy. I'm very privileged. So is Ray. In our lives. But when you get a chance to do something like this, it's on the screen. And Johnny's lived it. Don't forget, it's partly autobiographical too, which is close to my heart as well. So I was immensely touched by it, and I think that's what people who see it will be immensely touched by it.